What you're about to hear might change the way you see the world. But before we begin, subscribe to Tony's Horror Stories so you're not alone when the darkness returns. Top 5 Real Creepy Reddit Stories That Will Keep You Up at Night. Reddit is full of strange and creepy tales. Some are clearly made up for entertainment, but others feel disturbingly real. Stories that crawl under your skin and whisper things you can't forget. They feel like they come from a place beyond logic, from a corner of our world where rules don't apply. These aren't just spooky anecdotes. They feel like clues, pieces of a puzzle we were never meant to finish. Tonight, we're diving deep into 5 of the eeriest first-hand encounters ever shared online. Each one was posted by someone who insists it really happened. And after hearing them, you might find it hard to argue. So get comfortable, turn the lights down low, and prepare to be deeply unsettled. Let's begin. Story 1. There was someone living in my attic. It began with small, easy-to-dismiss things. Missing snacks, creaks in the floorboards. I live alone, so I chalked it up to absent-mindedness and a drafty house. I even laughed at myself a few times, but that laugh turned to ice when I came home one evening and found a half-eaten sandwich I never made, right there on my coffee table. Something wasn't right. I installed a motion-activated camera in my kitchen. The next morning, I reviewed the footage, and what I saw nearly made me scream. At 2:17 a.m., a figure dropped from the attic hatch. A woman, gaunt, filthy, barefoot. She moved around like she belonged there. She raided my fridge, rinsed her hands in the sink, then looked directly at the camera and climbed back up into the ceiling. I didn't sleep that night. The police came and searched the attic. They found a makeshift nest of blankets, trash, and empty food wrappers. But they also found a notebook. Its cover was stained and soft with use. Inside, dozens of pages, all written in erratic, childlike handwriting. She's funny when she brushes her teeth. She doesn't know I'm here, not yet. She talks to herself when it rains. She had been up there for over 3 months, watching me, studying me. They never caught her. No fingerprints, no name, just the chilling knowledge that she had been inches above my head every night. And sometimes, even now, I swear, I hear something shift above the ceiling. Story 2. My neighbor hasn't aged in 30 years. I met Miss Langley when I was a kid. She lived 2 doors down, always dressed like a woman from a vintage magazine. Perfect hair, blue dress, string of pearls. She smelled like lavender and mothballs. My mom would bake cookies, and I'd take them over. I'm 37 now. She still lives there, still looks exactly the same. Same dress, same perfect curls, not a wrinkle on her face. No glasses, no cane. She moves like time forgot her. I've never seen anyone enter or leave her house. No cars, no deliveries. On Halloween, she gives out candy that looks like it came from a 1950s store shelf. A few months ago, I asked my mom about her. She went pale. "Langley?" she said. "Oh, she was my classmate. She died in high school, car crash. Everyone went to her funeral." I checked. Yearbooks, obituaries. She's there, Elizabeth Langley, died in 1962, but I just saw her yesterday. Sweeping her porch, I called the city. Records say the house has had no utility changes since 1960. Taxes marked permanently waived. And I don't know what to believe. She watches from her window, always, as if waiting for something, as if she knows I'm asking questions. Last week, a letter appeared on my porch. No return address. Just one sentence. Mind your own timeline. Story 3. I picked up a hitchhiker who knew my secrets. It was a long stretch of road through the desert. 3:12 a.m. My music had cut out. Static everywhere. Then I saw him, standing by the side of the road, thumb out. Against my better judgment, I stopped. He looked normal, late 30s, clean clothes. He didn't say a word when he got in, just nodded. After 15 minutes of silence, he spoke. "You still keep the letter she wrote you?" I almost drove off the road. No one knew about that letter. It was from my sister. She died when I was a kid. He started listing things. My favorite childhood hiding spot, the way I used to cry at thunderstorms, the exact color of the dress my sister was buried in. I asked who he was. He smiled. "I'm just the messenger." Then he vanished. Not exited, not ran. 1 second he was there, and the next, gone. No dust, no footprints, just the creaking of the passenger seat as it slowly rose back up. That night, I dreamed of him. He stood at the foot of my bed, whispering, smiling, repeating my name like a lullaby, and since then, I see him. Reflections, crowds, sometimes in the back seat of my car. I haven't driven at night since. Story 4. Voices came from my baby monitor. It was a quiet night. My husband was on night shift, and I was home alone with our 2-month-old. Around 3:03 a.m., I heard a soft whisper through the baby monitor. At first, I thought it was feedback, but then I heard it clearly. "She's beautiful." My heart stopped. The voice wasn't mine, wasn't my husband's. Then another whisper, a different voice, rough and gravelly. "I'm already in the room." I ran, burst into the nursery. My baby was sleeping peacefully, but the closet door was ajar, and on the floor, a single wet boot print. I slammed the door shut, locked it, called the cops. They found no one, but the baby monitor recording showed a figure, tall, thin, looming over the crib. Only one frame, then static. We moved out that week, and I've never stayed in a house without checking the closet since. Story 5. I followed my dog into the woods. He led me to a grave. Max, my golden retriever, is usually calm, but one morning he bolted right into the woods behind our house, barking like mad. I ran after him, heart pounding. We stopped at a clearing I didn't know existed. In the middle, a small mound of dirt, fresh, a crude wooden cross. At the base, a plaque with my full name and birth date. The air grew cold. Max sat and stared at me, silent now. I scratched at the dirt. Just below the surface, a plastic bag with a photograph inside. Me, sleeping. I never took that photo. I looked up. The trees felt like they were leaning in. We ran. I went back the next day. Nothing there. No mound, no cross, just trees. But Max won't go near that part of the trail anymore, and last night I had a dream. Dirt above me, silence, and a whisper. Soon. Reddit may be just a website, but within its threads lie stories that feel carved from another reality. Whether these are the imaginations of gifted storytellers or confessions from those who've seen too much, they leave an imprint. Maybe they're entertainment, maybe they're warnings, or maybe they're echoes of truths we aren't ready to face. So tonight, when the wind rattles the window and the shadows shift just a little too suddenly, remember what you've heard, and whatever you do, don't look in the attic. Good night. You made it to the end. That says something. If this story made you glance over your shoulder, leave a like, subscribe to Tony's Horror Stories, and keep a little light nearby while you still can.